What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. Hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. That's to check out the entire show. We move on, but we stay in the Ohio Valley Conference. 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Belmont Bruins 18-1, 12-0 in conference. At Eastern Illinois Panthers 6-13, 3-9 in conference. Lantz Arena in Charleston, Illinois. And let's see what we are dealing with from an odds perspective here. We have Belmont opening up as 12.5-point favorites and market moving towards them quickly. 14, now 14.5. This total opened up at 150. There's a couple 149.5s, and very difficult. The things that Max has to deal with: one, only legal licensed lines, and he gives them out on the show at what they're at. Can't put him out earlier, and it's very tricky. So the fact that he's plus 11 some odd units and hitting at 4% ROI and 54% on the season is extremely impressive. Belmont coming off their 14th straight win, 72-71 at Murray State on Saturday. Belmont was led by junior guard Grayson Murphy, 15 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. This is another deep squad. Very deep. 5 players averaging double-digit points, led by 6'11 center Nick Mazinski's 14.9 points, 5.3 boards. They're nice offensively, averaging 82.5 points, 17.4 assists per game. They hit 50.8% from the field, 36% from three, 74.1% from the foul line. Eastern Illinois is coming off snapping their 8-game losing streak. 70-61 win at SIU Edwardsville on Tuesday night. They were led by their leading scorer, senior Marvin Johnson, who had a big game, 18 points, 10 boards, 8 assists. He's averaging 14.1 points, 5.4 boards, 4.1 assists on the year. They got a huge push from their bench. Seniors Keshawn Charles went for 16 points, and Jordan Skipper Brown went for 15. And that was huge because leading scorer, senior Josiah Wallace, left the game with an injury after just 2 minutes. They hit 41.7% from the field, 31.2% from three, 66.3% from the line. I don't know what's going on with Josiah Wallace. Maybe Max knows, but he only played 2 minutes in that last spot. Here we go, Max. Belmont, Eastern Illinois. Let's roll.
Yeah, Jim. So with Keshawn Charles and Jordan Skipper Brown, usually they're starters, so they're coming off the COVID layoff. So that's why they were coming off the bench. But with Josiah Wallace, listen, he's been in and out. He's battled 2 or 3 different injuries so far this year. And listen, even though he's been in the lineup at times, he still had free throw issues, which is unlike him. And this was supposed to be a big year for this Eastern Illinois program, having so much experience in upperclassmen. Obviously, with Marvin Johnson, he's really a hit or miss type guy, a guy that really plays with his emotions and sometimes gets the better of him, which causes problems for his team. He's had a couple technical fouls for not keeping his mouth shut, because what I've noticed with watching this Eastern Illinois team is that they do a lot of talking to the refs. That is not going to do them any good. They're not NBA players, so they shouldn't be talking to the refs, but that's what they do. I think that in this game, this is a game that has the potential to get quite ugly for Eastern Illinois, just because you don't know who you're going to have. In the game that they already played against Belmont, Belmont put up 50 points in the second half against them. And that was when Eastern Illinois was healthier and had their 2 best front court players in George Dixon and Sammy Friday in the lineup. I don't know what's going on as far as who's coming back and who's not. I think that when you look at this line, Belmont's done everything that you've asked of them when it comes to winning spreads at these type numbers. I think that the key for Belmont in this game is that they need to be able to play off of what I call 2 highly emotional games. You won both of those games, so there is definitely a letdown possibility, but this definitely is a game where if Belmont hits close to their season averages from all 3 levels, they shouldn't have any difficulty. Even though Eastern Illinois got off the schneid and beat SIU, I don't think that you can really categorize these two as the same class. I think that with Belmont, they need to own the offensive glass because that's been one of the areas of a lot of needed improvement. And just keep on driving and having a lot of cutting. It's going to be hard for Eastern Illinois to defend. And if they don't have a ton of depth available, it's going to create foul trouble. I think that Belmont has a first half advantage from an efficiency and a per possession basis. They dominate in a lot of key categories. And as long as the ball movement and the assist to turnover ratio is 1.7 to 2.0, you're going to see Belmont own this game. Whether it be Jacoby Wood or Luke Smith going off for an individual performance, you have solid point guard play from Grayson Murphy, and with Caleb Hollander looking to get a bigger piece of the pie on a game-to-game basis and being at a height that really gives you a change of pace compared to what you get out of Wood or Luke Smith and Grayson Murphy, I think that he's the difference maker in this game today. If Belmont can be +5 or more in turnovers, I think that they're going to be able to hide their weak 3-point defense. And when it comes to this number, Jim, listen, when it comes to them being a favorite 12.5 or more, they've cashed 6 out of 8 times. So they're not a stranger to this number. With the number at 14 or 14.5, I've lost a ton of value, so I can't make it in a play, but I will take the under in the game. I do think that with Eastern Illinois, even though they can put 70 up against SIU, I think that the defense is going to be a little more stout, and I think that it's just going to be harder for them to score even at home. So I think that the under 149.5 or 150 would be fine by me.
Now, before we go to the under, which I will right away, Max, line shopping here on odds.com, there is a 13 available at FoxBet.
Yeah, it's still too rich for me. I would need something around 11.5, 10.5 to jump on it.
Okay, no worries. We move to the totals and see what we can get here. We have this spot. Sorry, we have a 150.5 at FanDuel. That's nice. I like seeing that. And that's a full point over what Circa's hanging. Under 150.5, but it's 2 cents of cost, minus 112.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's lock that in right now for our man Maxwell Smart. Under 150.5 at minus 112. That's available from the good people at FanDuel.